Hey guys, it's Joel, the 3D printing nerd. Remember when I gave away that Hawkmoon 3D printed gun to none other than Bo Mercer? I finally got a chance to turn on the 3D printer and send all the parts through the 3D printer, and I filmed it in a time lapse. Ready? Go. Hey, we're back from the time lapse, and I've got some things to show you. First and foremost, most of the pieces turned out really well. Look at that. That is that's a large cartridge right there. It turned out well. I'm very happy with the way that this one turned out. Here are the two sides that go underneath the barrel. I already have some of the connector pieces in, and if you watch, you can put it together, and they stay together. This part turned out well. Here's the top pieces. There's two of them. They look okay. These turned out well. If you look, here is the handle. For the most part, it turned out okay. It's two pieces. Here's the inside of this one, and here is the inside of this one. One of the issues that you run into with a 3D printer is having the print head too close to the print bed and then not having enough filament dropped onto the bed to put together the piece. In this instance, the bed was a little unlevel. not enough filament was dropped down in this area, and I believe you can see it in the photo over here somewhere. Right? Right? Photo? You see that right there? Right? Let's see if I can do this. Ready? Right here. That shows you that the bed was too close and filament couldn't be extruded from the extruder. You get a weak piece, and when you try to pull it off the print bed, it rips it apart. Thankfully, this isn't something that's unrecoverable. I can fix this, no problem. Last but not least, look at that. That's sexy. The etchings on the barrel of the feathers are perfect. The top came out nice and smooth, but I ran into an issue where the part of the bed this was printed on also wasn't level, and if you look, yeah. Thankfully, this also is not unrecoverable. This can be attached back in here, and I can use Bondo to fill this in, which, of course, I will do before I send this to Bo Mercer, because Bo Mercer deserves a good gun. So I know I have some work to do on this gun before I put it together and send it off to Bo Mercer. Is that something you want to see in a video? Do you want to see how I'm able to repair this model and get it prepped and put together before I send it off? If so, let me know in the comments that's something you want to see, and I'll make sure and film that process. You know, this was fun. I really enjoyed putting on this contest. I'm glad I got a chance to print this. Make sure you're subscribed, because I'm going to have more contests. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for the digital hugs. And as always, high five.